Mitchell can't get enough.
Is therapy to me.
The world don't promote it. They got never see it when it comes to it now.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
The Points Guy has named American Airlines Advantage the best U.S. airline loyalty program, Marriott Bonvoy as top hotel loyalty program, and the Chase Sapphire Preferred Card as Travel Rewards Credit Card of the Year. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Bitterly cold air remains in place today with some clouds and more sun for the afternoon with a high of just 19, leading to an even colder night for tonight with some clouds and a low of 7 below zero. It turns less cold starting tomorrow with clouds and a high of 28. Then Tuesday brings more clouds and sun, but a high of 46. For AccuWeather, I'm LaTroy Thornton, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
With an extreme cold watch this weekend, conditions will be bleak in the Pittsburgh area. Real field temperatures are forecast to bottom out around 25 below zero. This harsh season underscores the importance of the 18th annual NRG KDK Radio Warmathon. The fundraiser to benefit the Dollar Energy Fund provides utility assistance for Western Pennsylvania families in need, especially during one of the worst winters in memory. And it's been just a few weeks since higher utility rates took effect. So far, the Warmathon has raised more than $3.3 million so our neighbors have safe utility service. The Warmathon starts Thursday, but you can donate online now through the Dollar Energy Fund Warmathon page. There's also an online auction. You'll find the links at kdkradio.com, and be sure to join us on the 12th from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and help Pittsburgh area families stay warm.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
Rob Frax on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We have received your message and we understand, Savannah Guthrie said in a video posted to her Instagram account, sitting alongside her brother and sister, quote, "We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we have peace. This is very valuable to us and we will pay." CBS, as I mentioned in a social media blog just moments ago, led with that. I knew they would because it's the biggest story in this country right now. And it's got, well, all of us, even locally, wondering what we would do if that was our mother. I must tell you, in all my years as a member of the broadcast media, involving someone with that status, meaning they are known on a national stage, and she is Savannah Guthrie because of her years on network television, this is probably one of the most bizarre stories I have ever covered, for a number of reasons. How someone could disappear that quickly in such a short period of time from being seen and then not being seen in an affluent neighborhood, just vanish like that. And the police, really no suspect, no person of interest, no clues to speak of. Yeah, there are some rumblings and various social media outlets are reporting what they believe to be facts, but none of those facts have come to fruition. Police return, they continue to search property, vehicles taken away, police tape down, then police tape up, ransom note, fact, fiction. Now it seems as though they have another one. They even go on video multiple times pleading, and then the latest in which they basically say, we are willing to pay, and nothing. So if there really is someone of interest who is asking for a payday via ransom, then give the family what they want so they can give you what you want. And more importantly, this 84-year-old woman can get back to her loved ones. This has got to be one of the saddest stories I've ever covered. And look, the only reason is because you put yourself in that position where those two sisters and brother are right now. Begging, pleading, even offering money to bring your mother back. Someone that has nurtured, raised you, and loved you from the time you took your very first breath when you were brought into this world. This is just another indication of how sad the world is. And the state of America, how do we flip the switch? How do we make it right again? And how do we make this family whole again? I don't know what your thoughts are about this, but honestly, this is perplexing. This makes the pit of my stomach hurt. I have a hard time concentrating on a lot of other things that I have to do, and believe me, I have a lot of stuff to do every day. And there's no connection, no reason. I've covered horrific stories, and those who end a whole lot worse than hopefully this won't. But I don't understand. I mean, you have her, whoever you may be, if she is alive, and you have an opportunity to do this dastardly deed of collecting ransom, then so be it. But I will say this. Kidnapping usually ends up on the wrong side of things for the criminal. I don't know of any, from Rockefeller to Lindbergh, I don't know of any kidnapping that ends up in favor of the criminal. And the mindset of someone thinking that they could possibly take someone and hold that person for ransom and actually have a transition and basically get away with it in this day and age, hard to believe. But it's also hard to believe, and I have a hard time literally wrapping my brain around this, because everywhere you look, there are cameras watching your every move, every single thing you do. One of the reasons why I can't wait till the day where I can lock the door and say, no alarm clock, nowhere to go. If I don't feel like going out today, I don't need to. And the only one that's watching me is when I look into the mirror. And it's just simply because it's just annoying to know that you can't even just take a walk around the block without somebody having the opportunity to zoom in on you. But do you understand? This is because of the world we live in. We have done this. We've taken the trust out of our society. We have removed the common person, that average family, that normal community, because of the crime that has spilled over from the major cities and rolled into the suburbs, large and small. Because we have not stopped this criminal element. And this is another indication, and again, I will repeat, if it can happen to somebody in a neighborhood like that, it can happen to anybody. And one of the saddest aspects of this story, how somebody would prey on a woman, 84 years of age. So where is she? How did she vanish? Somebody, please explain it to me, because honestly, I've done the entire backstory over and over, and I just can't put the pieces together. 866-391-1020. You can also reach me, NASCO Roofing Instant Access. Just a click away. Email us at instantaccess@kdkradio.com. Yeah, sub-zero temperatures. It is cold out there. When the weather turns bad, turn to kdkradio.com for up-to-the-minute news, weather, traffic information. From the KDK Radio Storm Center, brought to you by Duquesne Light Company, larger than light, only on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM, AM 1020. And always, you can listen to us at 100.1 FM or AM 1020 KDK or on that Odyssey app. Love that Odyssey app. Have it on my phone. You should get it too. It's a free app, AUDACY. But you can also watch us online with our KDK video stream presented by Metropolitan Window Company. Just go to kdkradio.com and click on Watch KDK Radio Livestream, or you can watch everything happening in our studio all the time by going to our KDK Radio YouTube page and subscribing. All right, brief break, then right to your calls as we begin another Sunday marathon here at KDK till 1 o'clock.
Time now for a Black History Month Spotlight.
Today, we honor the first black woman DJ in the U.S., born Mary Elizabeth Good, known as Mary D. She grew up in Homestead and studied at Howard University before returning to Pittsburgh for radio school. She made her debut on WHOD in 1948, hosting Movin' Around with Mary D from a Hill District storefront. Her show quickly grew from 15 minutes to over an hour, covering local news, community issues, and music by black artists. Mary D went on to broadcast in Maryland and Philadelphia, leaving a legacy as a pioneer who blended news, activism, and music. In 2011, she was honored with a Thomas J. McWilliams Lifetime Achievement Award.
News Radio, KDKA, Sports.
Sports is brought to you by Coons Market with 8 locations to serve you a Pittsburgh tradition. Big game number 60 later this afternoon in Santa Clara, California, and the New England Patriots remain a 4.5-point underdog against Seattle. College basketball yesterday, Pitt lost to SMU 86-67. Duquesne a winner over George Washington 88-86. Robert Morris defeats Youngstown State 77-62. Lindsey Vonn, the women's downhill, scheduled for today in Italy. It is her final performance, and she is competing with a torn ACL and a titanium knee brace. Meanwhile, U.S. women's hockey yesterday saw a 5-0 win over Finland. Waste Management Phoenix Open through 3 rounds, leader by 1 shot at 13 under, Hideki Matsuyama. Don't forget the big game edition of the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show today, right here on KDKA. And there's always more sports at 937thefan.com.
Ouch! Checked from behind. Man, that's gotta hurt.
I'd hire Morgan & Morgan if I were them.
What?
Yeah, Dan, America's largest injury law firm. They serve up justice, ice, cold, law. Know what I mean?
I guess.
Their gloves come off when they fight for you.
Okay.
I'm talking a settlement slap shot.
Shouldn't we be talking about the game?
Yeah, Dan. Morgan & Morgan. Proud sponsor of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Offices Pittsburgh.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Support St. Anthony School programs and help students with special needs achieve their full potential through inclusive education, therapy sessions, and job skills development. Serving students ages 5 through 21 with Down syndrome, autism, and other intellectual disabilities. Find St. Anthony School programs within select Catholic schools in the Pittsburgh area, including a post-secondary program at Duquesne University. For over 70 years, they have empowered students of all faiths to live independently and contribute meaningfully to society. Learn more or donate at stanthonykids.org.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You know, no one should have to face a winter, especially this winter, without heat. You can help your neighbors in need stay warm by supporting the 2026 NRG KDK Radio Warmathon. February 12th, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., presented by MediConnect, brought to you by Phillips Heating and Air Conditioning, Junk Luggers of Pittsburgh, Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union, Nest Expressions, Window Fashions, and Impact HVAC. Details at kdkradio.com, including an online auction available now, powered by Dynegy. Here's Ken in Lower Borough. Hey, Kenny, so are you surviving the winter weather being out there removing snow? How are you?
It's beating me up pretty bad. Like I said, I haven't been able to listen to the radio lately. I've been out working. It's getting prepared for the storms and dealing with them, and it's just that in finding supply is almost impossible now. Everything's out. But other than that, I had a few subjects. I don't know if you've covered them or not. This last one you were talking about, that's Savannah Guthrie, but I'll get to that. I was talking about I think it was last week, all the donations coming into the city of Pittsburgh. UPMC, that's great. They're giving a little bit of money for ambulances. And PNC, like I said, I'm not a big fan, but you know what, to give a little bit, I mean, they're worth about, $80 billion, so a couple million isn't going to hurt them. I mean, it's very slight. They probably could give a little bit more, but who am I to judge? I mean, donations are hard.
At least they stepped up. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of theirs because of what they do, but it is what it is. They have to make their money. Huh?
All right, go ahead.
But anyway, that's just one subject. But I was looking at watching the news about the Super Bowl, and I was talking to one of my workers, and he's from Los Angeles. Now, I didn't even realize. I don't follow sports. I didn't even realize it was the Super Bowl was there. And he's sitting there telling me as I'm taking him to work and we're going shoveling. He's like, "Oh my God, the people out there wait for events like this. They love it." I said, "What are you talking about?" He's sitting there telling me, he said, there are bands, tons of people come in and rob these parking lots. I couldn't believe it. This is from a younger guy. He said they rip off cars. The carjackings are off the chart. I said, "What about the police?" He said, "They do nothing." And this is from a kid that lived out there. And I felt bad, and I'm like, I said, "Security's got to be up." He said, you would hope, but you don't know. He said, a lot of people are going to get ripped off out there in the parking lots. So that's just one thing there that just caught my ear.
Let me just say something about this.
It wasn't even on my radar.
Let me just tell you about the big game. I love the big game. We all love the big game. But I'd rather watch the big game in my basement. I wouldn't want to be there even at the 50-yard line. As much as I love the game, I would much rather be in my basement watching it this afternoon in my lazy boy. I just don't know how anybody, even as a young person, that's just too many people to navigate. You know, and I've covered events like that, and that's your job. You do what you have to do. But, I mean, I used to cover the parking lots during those epic tailgate days at Three Rivers between the Steelers and Browns. That's one thing, but trying to even get to your seat in a game that is as big as this, I don't even know how you do it. Plus parking, I mean, even getting to the stadium for some people, they have to, get bussed in. They're 2 hours away. So, and the time difference, I don't know. I think they should try to play more of these games in a time zone that's more friendly for the entire country. And I think these West Coast games are too, I don't know. I think it's just, it's too early for the people in California. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that pertaining to just what you're saying, I mean, you know a lot more people than I do. And the business people I know, some of them have a large quantities of money, but you know what? The average person at this point in time, they're just not affording that game. And it's a shame, but at one time it was like, oh, okay, I could work hard, save my money, and maybe go to a game or even a playoff game, but these things are unattainable for your average people at this point in time. They're selling tickets for, $30,000?
A lot of money, man.
I mean, it's a down payment on a house. I was like, who's going to do that? I mean, it's just off the chart. And then I had something to talk about with, I guess there was somebody that was ice busted in Oakmont. I was doing a little bit of checking, didn't have a lot of time, just seeing what the news showed where this guy was living. And I'm thinking, if this is low-income housing, please, for God's sake, sign me up in Oakmont. If I have kids going to a school in the city of Pittsburgh and you're low income, oh my God, send me to Oakmont. I want to go there.
Well, let me tell you something. That stuff has happened in Beaver County. We had an incident in Rochester. It's everywhere. So it is what it is. There were more arrests in Minnesota yesterday of protesters a month after Renee Good was shot. So that's not going away anytime soon. So let me ask you, what now it's going to go up to 46 degrees on Tuesday. Is that a good thing, or is that stuff going to melt too quick?
Let it melt and let spring come. I'm sick of this. I can't handle it much longer.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, and I don't know what you charge, and that's okay. It's none of my business. But because I'm always meeting people, I'm out and about, and I have appointments. So I had an appointment Friday night, and I was with somebody, and they were telling me what they have been charged to basically remove the snow on their parking lot, and what they normally pay as opposed to this year. And this is not a big business, but we're looking at $1,300 twice. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, what kind of money do you usually charge? What's the average? And then I talked to some other people, and some of these landscapers are really making good money over this period.
You can make good money. I mean, I'm not doing bad right now. This time of year, I'm usually relaxing. I'm not hoping for snow. I have my contract set up so they pay me if it snows or not. So I'd rather it not. But you know what? A lot of people will go in, and I have local customers. You're looking at if you have to take a car out of that the city plows you in, that you got to get them out of there. What, $50? Driveway's $50 if you're snow blowing and shoveling. I mean, and you're not there that long. I mean, 20 minutes, half an hour tops. And you know what? It's a shame, but things are high. And these people are, and I try not to. My regular customers, I don't charge that, but a lot of people that are new customers, you got to make some money on this because you don't see it every day. And it beats up you, it beats up your material, it beats up your vehicles. So it's not like you're really winning. I mean, if you're plowing, you're looking at transmissions, you're looking at vehicles. Stuff's not cheap.
So let me ask you something else real quick, Ken. How do you prevent, if you're a person that lives in the city, how do you prevent your vehicle from getting plowed in? Because that's been the biggest problem. I hear people saying these mounds of snow, they haven't been able to move their cars. I mean, I know one community back home in Beaver County actually plowed all of the snow to the middle of the street and then came in with bucket trucks and basically removed it that way. So people would not be, basically piled or blocked in at the parking meter or the curb because of the snow being pushed up against their vehicles. So how can somebody prevent that?
It's almost impossible. The cities were just trying to make roadways, and they weren't prepared. I mean, look at your plow drivers. They're not older that have seen this kind of snow, and if they have, they're just trying to get through it. I feel bad for the people. I mean, even if you're renting a place and you have a parking lot, and they plow the parking lot where you're renting, you're plowed in. I mean, that's a lot of my people that have called me have been from their renters, and they can't get their vehicle out, and it's a shame. I wanted to talk about this Savannah Guthrie thing real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel bad for the woman, but I look at it this way. I'm thinking, and you know me, I'm more political. Which side of the spectrum? Who did this?
I don't know.
You know it was targeted. One side's going to – these people are going to get caught. They're going to get caught. It's going to take some time, but they will get caught. And they're going to find out what their agenda was, why they did it. And it's just going to be another political issue. I'm hoping the woman's alive, but there are so many people that come out of this. It's not a good result.
Yeah,
I
really
feel bad.
She's been gone a long time. I know.
It's too long at this point in time. It's kind of scary. And you keep pushing these cameras, and I'm thinking, even me, I'm thinking at this point, how can't they know where this woman is? There's Ring doorbells everywhere. Has this been a lie? I mean, do they work or don't they? I mean, what's going on out there that they can't figure this out?
Listen, every community, even the small little community that I live in, they have cameras on every traffic light. I'm just saying I mean, when I saw the setup in the little community that I live in years ago, a wall of cameras, I couldn't believe it. So I thought to myself, boy, I'm in the right place, I love it. But that's just, I live in a really nice little bedroom community along the Ohio River, population maybe 5,000. I mean, this woman's living in $1 million house in Arizona in a neighborhood of probably, quadruple, if not, 14 times larger than where I live. I can't believe, even if they got her out of the driveway, that somebody can't go down the timeline and just look. I mean, you can zoom in on someone's license plate. It makes no sense at all. None.
Yeah, this woman was targeted. And I keep seeing money here involved, and I'm thinking, it's kind of scary. The more they advertise it, the less of a likelihood that the result's going to be good. I don't know. Like you said, she's in a community. There should be guards, cameras, something.
Well, and the other thing, too, is they've said they're going to pay, and she's still not being delivered. So I'm even really wondering if there's any credibility with these ransom notes. It's really sad. Listen, Ken, I got to giddy up. I got a lot of folks that want to talk. I spent a little extra time with you because you've been doing that. And to everybody out there doing that landscaping stuff, thank goodness you're out there, because I got to tell you something right now. I don't know what we would do. And for PennDOT, I saw those trucks out early this morning. just waiting to see what's going to happen with these temperatures. So, hey, we are very much appreciative. All right, stay with us. CBS Radio News coming up next. It's your Pratt Pack.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team when they discuss meatless meals and seafood recipes. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKA-radio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. American skier Lindsey Vonn begins her quest for Olympic medals this morning. Paul Adamsbaum is there in Italy to watch the action unfold.
It's a great story that she's come back after all these years.
Vonn retired in 2019 but returned to the sport 5 years later. Speaking of sports, the Super Bowl is hours away. CBS's Gail King says the big game unites Americans.
Sports, music, and food always unites, always. It doesn't matter what political party you're in.
Temperatures are very low in the Northeast. CBS News Philadelphia meteorologist Grant Gilmore.
80 million people underneath cold weather alerts because of wind chill values down to nearly 35 degrees below zero, all because of these howling winds that have been between 50 to 60 miles per hour.
Savannah Guthrie released a new message to her mother's kidnapper.
This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Brian Schlaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, born and raised right here. Since 2015, we've helped over 1,000 Pittsburgh homeowners sell their houses quickly and without the stress. No repairs, cleanouts, inspections, or appraisals. We give fast and fair cash offers, buy your home as is, and you choose the closing day. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Pittsburgh's local trusted home buyer since 2015.
Still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Bitterly cold air remains in place today with periods of clouds and sun with a high of 19, leading to an even colder night tonight with a partly cloudy sky and a low of 7 below zero. Tomorrow turns out cloudy but less cold with a high of 28, with much more comfortable air for Tuesday with more clouds and a high of 46. For AccuWeather, I'm LaTroy Thornton, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, stay warm this weekend. I'll be back Monday. Listen, not till 3, though. We got the WPIAL basketball playoff pairings. They come your way at 2 o'clock. Catch you on Monday, 3 to 6. Colin Dunlap, KDK.
Let's get to Tuesday, huh? 46. Love it. All right, here we go. Teddy, Mount Washington. Ted, how are you? Good morning.
What's going on, Rob?
Trying to get through the deep freeze, man. Trying to get through the deep freeze.
Well, I called because of the kidnapping. Look, I'm glad that Anthony called yesterday. I didn't want to say it, but he said it. Rob, this is an inside job, man. Inside job.
Something's
there is
really
no way,
fishy here, man. Really fishy.
Rob, there's no way in hell. Look, you know how much Savannah Guthrie's worth?
How much?
$40 million.
Okay.
And she's getting paid $8 million a year. They owe somebody some money. They did something to somebody. Okay? There is no way.
But wait, Teddy. What about maybe somebody just wants the cash grab? Why do you think they did something to somebody?
They did something. I think somebody lying in that family. I just don't buy it.
You think it's of somebody in the family?
Look, Rob, you're an intelligent man. Think about this.
I know. I've been thinking all sorts of things.
Just think about this. Just think about this, okay? You're worth that kind of money. You could fly your mother to New York, and she could be on the show, take out to dinner, but yet the Ring camera is not paid up. Are you kidding me?
Is that what happened? Is that what they're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
They can't get no video. Somebody didn't pay the Ring camera.
See, I thought the Ring camera was removed. I mean, literally removed from maintenance, I thought. Okay.
Rob, still.
I know. Listen. Listen. Unless the mother said, okay, I would have had my mother in a penthouse suite in New York. She'd have been right across the hall from me. I mean, I get it. But my mother was very stubborn, too. Did not want to leave her house, so I get that, too.
Well, Rob, if you go down to the community, there's no street lights. There's no nothing.
I know.
Nothing but county.
I know.
It's pitch dark.
I know.
It don't add up. It literally doesn't add up. There's no 84. No. I mean, I hated to say it, but I mean, thank God for Anthony, because that's what I'm thinking. This is an inside job. If you look at their videos, I just don't see it. I don't see the emotion. I don't see it. I think somebody in that family, somebody lying. Somebody's either in financial trouble or, like I say before, maybe they borrowed money from the mob. I don't know.
But why hasn't, if they have said we are willing to pay, which they have in more ways than one, and actually have come out and said it, and she is very articulate at communicating, even in troubling times, why hasn't somebody delivered or said, okay, here's where I want you to bring the money? And what is this sheriff's department doing? With all due respect.
Man.
The guy's at a basketball game. I mean, I wouldn't be leaving I'd be sleeping at the station. I mean, because all eyes are watching this. And if I'm a member of law enforcement anywhere in the country, I'm like, hey, you're doing this for all of us. So you look good. You get a good end result here. We're going to be able to help people at all levels because they're going to start believing in the police. But do you think people are believing in that sheriff's department right now?
No, something's going on. Rob, something's going on. Somebody lying.
I don't know. I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that far.
Rob, look, I'm telling you. I hope they take a lie to somebody in that family or somebody around them. This is personal. Okay, this is all about money. Nothing but about money. Somebody owes somebody something and somebody didn't get paid. Okay, look at her husband's background. They own real estate. They're into a lot of stuff. And you're rich in that family, and you're going to tell me you're not going to be able to make sure that Ring camera's on.
I know.
You got to be kidding
me. I know. This
is inside, man. It's dirty. It's dirty. And I'll be honest. I hate to say, but I don't believe her when I just don't believe her.
Who don't you believe?
I don't believe that daughter, man.
Which daughter? Savannah Guthrie.
That's Sandra.
Oh yeah, okay. I look into the face of Savannah Guthrie and I see pain. So
yeah, but something's off, man. Something's off. I hope I'm wrong, but something's off. Something's definitely off. Because, like I said before, it doesn't add up. I'm just saying. You look at her financial background and her husband's. It's something going on. They did something. this is like I said before. No one would do anything unless you owe them money.
Wow.
I'm just being honest. It has that New York feel, man.
See, I don't think it's that somebody owes money. Here's and no political statement has been made. The president has even done everything humanly possible, and he's even talked to her directly. So I think this is what I think. Just like it was when Sinatra's son got taken, I think it's somebody who needs cash. They see celebrity, they get fixated with certain people. I mean, I've had people do that with me, and I'm nobody. You know, where they kind of like everything you do, who you are, it becomes like their life. And it has happened to people in network television. We've seen it before. Bottom line is, I think they just want money, and they have taken her.
Oh,
and
it is about money.
But I don't think there's any connection to any like wrongdoing or they owe somebody money. I think somebody just said, we're taking her because she's going to be an easy target and we're going to demand money. But what's starting to really get even more strange is the fact that they said they're willing to give money. And it's a broken record. And with every single hour she is gone, that makes it even worse of her, worse as far as the possibility of her safe return. I'm really starting to question that now. They may never find her. They may never have any assailant. They may never have any contact. This thing could come to an abrupt end. And after a week, month, 2, 4, whatever, down the road, they may just call off everyone. She may never be found again. If this doesn't resolve within the next couple of days, she may never be found, and that's sad.
Well, look, I hate to say OJ, but
whoa. Why are you saying that?
Because, look, it just has to feel of someone in that family is lying big time. There is no way an 84-year-old woman in the middle of the night, ring camera not on, no one knows what's going on. It has to be more than one person. You can get access. She has no phone, no nothing. Snatch her out a house. There's no one sees anything. And the last time they seen her, they took her out to dinner.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. They found blood. Wait. They found blood in the house, okay? And they still haven't said whose blood it is yet. This was 2 weeks ago. I mean, come on.
Rocky, I'm telling you. Well, I just don't believe her. I hope they got them wrong. They did something, man. My gut is just telling me somebody to get paid, and they say, hey, you don't want to pay? Great. Yeah, okay, you just look at her financial look at her husband's background. There's something off.
Who's which husband's background?
Her husband's background. He's in real estate, man.
I mean, you mean the other sister's husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just look at their financial background.
But you know what? Honestly, I just think it's some random case of somebody trying to get a cash grab. That's what I think. But I'm going to tell you right now, within the next 72 hours, if they don't have her on the phone or some sort of video, meaning the mother, I'm not going to say it because I surely do not want it, but I don't think it's going to end very good. Closing comments before I get to Mary Hours. Go ahead.
No, well, I hope you're right. I hope they find her safe and everything else. But Rob, look, I have a mother. You have a mother. You know, we both have a mother. There's no way if anyone's making that kind of money that there's not a nurse, there's not surveillance, there's not something going on. I just don't buy it. You know, I learned, and no one and they interviewed one guy. They didn't even know she was related to Gopher. They didn't know.
Now I just had somebody say that they have verified it was her mother's blood. So, okay, that means that the mother was, fighting or struggled or got hurt. So I don't know. That's even more frightening that it's her blood. So. It's just not adding up. Ted, I appreciate the call, man. All right, listen, Mary Hours, first alert forecast, KDKA Television. I just got to get till Tuesday, right?
Yes, we just have to get to Tuesday. Today's another super cold one. We have temperatures that are just kind of sitting into the teens, and then another night below zero tonight, and then we have temperatures, even Monday, upper 20s, mostly sunny, and then we're in the 40s on Tuesday.
I know. So anything on the other side of the 5-day forecast, or are we going to get a breather?
I mean, mid-30s, I feel like that's a little bit of a breather, which is near normal. Normally, we should be in the mid to upper 30s. So I think anything's just better than, sub-zero temperatures and wind chills and all of that. So a little bit of an up, and I think we'll get back eventually to seeing temperatures, into the 40s kind of consistently for a little bit. And then maybe even this month we'll have a 50-degree day.
Well, the good thing about this deep freeze, and there is not much to be said about it being good, but at least we didn't have some 60-degree day and all of this stuff melted, these 20-foot mounds of snow all at once,
Right.
and then we had flooding issues to deal with. So, and I've been through that before. So let's just kind of grin and bear it. But tonight's going to be bitterly cold, huh?
Tonight's also going to be bitterly cold. So we have low temperatures right now, just single digits. We have a few spots like Butler that made it below 0, so 5 below, 6 below in Newcastle. Tonight, very similar to this. We will have calm winds, which is good because it'll basically feel as is. We won't have a really extreme wind chill, like sub-zero wind chill. So that's kind of our last really, really cold morning before we start to see things finally warm up.
All right, Mary, we appreciate you. Have a nice day. Stay warm, okay?
Of course. Thank you. You too.
There she goes, Mary Hours, First Alert Forecast, KDKA Television. All right, I got Cynthia in Florida. I got George in Clairton. We're coming back. It's your Pratt Pack underway. We're at it, up and running for a Sunday on KDKA.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company, larger than light, and brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. News Radio, KDKA. Sports.
Sports is brought to you by Coons Market with 8 locations to serve you a Pittsburgh tradition. Big game number 60 later this afternoon in Santa Clara, California. And the New England Patriots remain a 4.5-point underdog against Seattle. College basketball yesterday, Pitt lost to SMU 86-67. Duquesne a winner over George Washington 88-86. Robert Morris defeats Youngstown State 77-62. Lindsey Vonn, the women's downhill, scheduled for today in Italy. It is her final performance, and she is competing with a torn ACL and a titanium knee brace. Meanwhile, U.S. women's hockey yesterday saw a 5-0 win over Finland. Waste Management Phoenix opened through 3 rounds, leader by 1 shot at 13 under, Hideki Matsuyama. Don't forget the big game edition of the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show today, right here on KDKA. And there's always more sports at 937thefan.com.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Obsessed with pizza? So are they at Slice on Broadway. The 2025 winner of World's Best Cheese Pizza Slice is right here in the Burgh with 6 Pittsburgh locations, always serving delicious New York-style pizza, hoagies, and salads. Order yours today. Visit sliceonbroadway.com. This winter has seen unprecedented temperatures and weather. Help keep your neighbors warm with Dollar Energy Fund as they support families across Western Pennsylvania who need help with their utility bills. For nearly 20 years, Warmathon has raised funds to keep homes safe and warm. Give today at warmathon.com. New to Rivers Casino? Join now and earn up to $1,000 free slot play. Stop by Rush Rewards on your next visit to start earning today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Details at KDKARadio.com. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, first hour coming to an end. Coming up in just a couple minutes, Rob Taylor with the first look at news from our news desk on a Sunday morning. He'll be here throughout the day, top and bottom of the hour. Cynthia in Florida. What's the weather like down there, Cynthia?
Oh, it's cold. It's oh my goodness. I have expensive plants outside, and it looks like they're dead.
Oh, gee.
The bromeliads. I told my husband yesterday those things are $200 a piece.
Well, how many you have out there?
We have 5.
That's like $1,000.
Anyway, what Ted said just has me reeling, and I know what it's like not to trust family, unfortunately. But and I keep getting her confused with Gabby Gifford, and I had to do word association, Savannah Guthrie, and this takes me where I used to live in Savannah. We had a manned gate. And you couldn't get in the community. And I lived on an island. So the only way you could get there, if you didn't go through the gate, you'd have to get in a boat and you'd have to traverse wild boars and coyotes to take a boat over to where I lived. But we only had lights on our main streets. Back where we lived, there were no lights at all because people in the community didn't want to, harm the turtle migration.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
And where I live now, I have cameras here, and again, we have a gated community. Nobody can get in here unless I give them a code. And I am notified by the gate, and then when somebody comes to my house, I am notified on my phone. When I'm out of the country, people come water my plants. I know when they've come in the house. So I'm going to check to see if my history would still be available if something happened to the camera. But Savannah Guthrie's husband is also a multimillionaire. I don't understand why they didn't pay this immediately. But I think there's multiple people involved because somebody set up a crypto account. So, yeah, this was planned. I don't know who did it.
Tell me about that crypto account.
Well, somebody set it up to, and a lot of times when people do this, you can't track anything. So that whatever money is sent into it, it's gone. But they should have. They're billionaires. Her husband's a multimillionaire. And I heard what she's worth. They should have paid it immediately.
Didn't she walk away from the Today Show for a while? Didn't she leave,
I don't know.
I think
I
so.
stopped watching, morning news.
Yeah, I know.
Those channels a long time ago. But and I was telling Michael Bartley though. Savannah is listed. She's named in the Epstein files. Somebody sent him an email telling him that she had interviewed one of the first victims. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not.
You mean interviewed, not as associated with him, but interviewed?
Oh, she interviewed one of the victims.
Yeah. She wasn't associated with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, I just
no.
I wanted to clarify that because the way you said it sounded as though. Okay.
No. It was just he was notified via email that she had interviewed a victim. But this is... I don't think. I hate to say it. I don't think she's alive. They talked about her medication.
It's getting to the point now. I mean, she's been gone a long time for an 84-year-old with none of her medication, and I'm sure they're not running to the drugstore.
Right, and even we're back to the cameras. Even if there were cameras in that community because they tracked wildlife, but even at night, you're not going to pick up the wildlife unless you have the night vision cameras, which I doubt they had. But this is just horrible.
I mean, but you come on, Cynthia. You know as well as I do. You're Cynthia in Florida, who I've known for 30 years, and you're in a gated community. I mean, and this family's worth millions, and they live in a $1 million house, this woman, and there's not a camera on a traffic light? I mean, there's like no video, nothing? Come on.
In the community, there probably aren't any traffic lights. And if that community is like where I used to live, there were no lights on our street.
But on a telephone pole. Listen, if you have $1 million home, there's no lights on the street. I mean, come on. I live on the poor side of town, and we got lights everywhere.
Yeah, but in these communities, people don't want their lights on all through the community at night. So,
I find it hard to believe.
This is a mess.
It is a mess. And if she's not heard from or seen on video in the next 72 hours, I'm not holding out much hope.
Yeah, but they should have paid the money immediately.
But they didn't get an amount, though. I don't even know if they've gotten an amount. And that one ransom note, the first one was phony. I'm just finding out about the blood today. I'm just finding out about the blood today. So I'm just saying it's all over the page. All over the page.
They didn't ask for an amount, then they didn't want her back. They didn't plan to give her back. Wow.
Then you think they would have just disappeared, you know?
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
All right, Cynthia.
I'm going to let Craig get in.
All right, thanks. Yeah, there's no Craig. No Craig. No Craig today. See you. All right, yeah, Craig doesn't call all the time, especially on the weekends. He doesn't get up this early. All right, let's finish with a big one from George in Clareton. George, got a couple of minutes. All yours, bud.
All right, then my man Craig's probably out doing some drilling right now.
No, he's sleeping, man. Go ahead.
I don't know. Well, I heard Anthony yesterday, and I actually fell back to sleep. And I wanted to listen to him, but I was having a rough night. I didn't feel well. Well, anyhow, him and Ted, what Ted just said, too, I go along with that. Because just like in any domicile type of, like a homicide or anything, who's always suspect? The next person again, the next somebody that's in that social relationship, whether it's a husband, someone that lives together, whatever. I don't know if you're flipping with this. This isn't even what I really call it. Okay, on Friday, as I was driving for, like you say, the CIA, I was in the nooks and crannies and hollows, listen to this once great, I should say, radio station. Who would I hear? Marty was on, and he was cussing us out for a while, staying in our mother's basements and whatever, just being like trolls. But he wasn't talking about the real issue, which I still believe should be talked about, and that was Trump with the Post.
Yeah, listen, I hammered Trump about that yesterday. We hammered Trump about that yesterday. So, look, I got to go. I got to get to the news. That's old news, man. And we all agree that was horrendous what happened with the White House. So everybody's totally dead set against what happened there. And I don't think there's anybody who would disagree with me on that. Even some of his closest allies in the Republican Party has said it's absurd. All right, listen, Rob's got the news coming up. And then we've got Tech Vibe Radio, Catholic Education Plus. Then Doug will be here. And then Frank and I getting ready for the big game. Don't forget, it's the final day of a 2-day sale at Coons Market for this February the 8th. Big game edition of the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show. Got some great guests lined up for you as far as that is concerned. Dr. Bridget Schufo will be here today. So I highly urge you to not touch that dial, along with Accurate Solutions in the 10 o'clock hour. So we've got a busy day. Marathon goes till 1. Then we shut it down and go home and actually watch some of the big game, and hopefully it turns out to be a good one. New England right now remains a 4.5-point underdog taking on Seattle. That game, Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California, to begin at 6:30 East Coast time. News coming up next with Rob, and then it's Tech Vibe Radio on KDKA. Good morning.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
Apparently, Pittsburgh parking chairs have made the Wall Street Journal. And Lenny McAllister spotted this for us.
There's a very viral video of one individual in the city that was so angry that somebody took their dugout Pittsburgh parking spot that they basically snowed in the car that took the parking.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for name brand furniture. Stop in and compare their quality and pricing. 380 Auction has name brand furniture for less. Before you buy, shop 380 and save on your next furniture purchase. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Sunday noon to 5 p.m., or call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132, or log on to shop380.com and save.
Still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 2 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 6 o'clock. I'm Rob Taylor. A man who was originally said to be missing from a home in Lincoln, Leamington is now being investigated as a homicide. Pittsburgh police say an adult male homeowner called 911 and reported that a man broke into his home early Saturday morning in the 7200 block of Hilliard Street. Homeowner then said he stabbed the man, now identified as Lester Bridges. Bridges died at the residence before police arrived. Bridges was originally reported as missing late Friday night and into Saturday. The fatal stabbing is under investigation by Pittsburgh police. The person who died in a head-on crash in Beaver County on Friday has been identified. 68-year-old Denise Babayak of Harmony Township, police say, was traveling west on Freedom Crider Road when she crossed into the eastbound lane and struck another vehicle head-on. Babayak was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the other vehicle was not injured. Well, a man is expected to face charges after he threatened to set his home in Brookline on fire and then allegedly did it. Pittsburgh firefighters were dispatched to the home in the 1500 block of Bollinger Street around 11:45 Saturday morning. The alleged suspect then barricaded himself inside the home for a short time before surrendering to police. Firefighters put out flames coming from a doorway. The residence is now considered a total loss. No one was injured. A cat did die in the incident. A dog was rescued from the backyard. Well, today's show co-host Savannah Guthrie and her siblings have released a new video where they say they'll pay a ransom to get their mother back. Here's CBS News correspondent Heather Bosch.
I'm Heather Bosch. In a video released Saturday,
we beg you now to return our mother to us.
Savannah Guthrie pleads with her mother Nancy's captors and...
We received your message and we understand.
In the case of ransom.
This is very valuable to us.